In the last weeks, many PCVR headsets were announced. In this video, I compare the Pimax Crystal Super, the Bigscreen Beyond 2 and the MeganeX Superlight 8K. What are the advantages and disadvantages? Who should buy those headsets? Or should you better go for the cheaper Meta Quest 3S? I answered these questions in this video. You can also find all the reviews and coupon codes in the description. My name is Thomas and you're watching VoodooDE VR. Let's have some fun with the video and let's go!
VoodooDE.
Okay guys, and before I give you my opinion and before I tell you who should buy which of those 4 headsets, let's check out the let's compare the technical specifications. I use the VR compare page. That's pretty cool because you have them all next to each other. Yeah? So here we have the Beyond 2, the first row, the second row is the Pimax Crystal Super, the third row is the MeganeX Superlight 8K, and the fourth row is the Meta Quest. So I compared also the Meta Quest because it's not a native PCVR headset, but you can still connect it to PCVR and it's very cheap. So perhaps it's interesting to compare. So yeah, we don't talk about the release dates because they are different and they also are postponed and they change all the time and so on. So the price is very interesting. Of course, the Quest 3 is the cheapest one with $499. They come with controllers, and the Pimax Crystal Super is nearly $1,800, and they come also with controllers. By the MeganeX Superlight 8K, it costs $1,900, but you also need base stations and controllers. If you need both base stations, both controllers, then there are additional $550. The same with the Bigscreen Beyond 2. Additional $550 because there are no base stations included and no controllers. For the lenses, the Quest, the MeganeX and the Bigscreen Beyond 2 have pancake lenses, so they are very small and light, and the Pimax has spheric lenses, so they are bigger. But later they will also have a micro OLED model with pancake lenses. IPD range, all of them are around 58 to 72 or 71, something like that, and the Bigscreen Beyond, they have with a screwdriver, you can use that from 53 to 70. The MeganeX Superlight is the only headset of the 4 that has diopter settings. That's very nice for people wearing glasses. You can change the diopters from 0 to -7. Really cool. When we talk pass-through or mixed reality, forget about the 3 PCVR headsets. They don't have mixed reality or good pass-through. The only headsets of the 4 is the Quest that can do mixed reality and has color 3D pass-through. The Pimax has pass-through, but it's only like for the room setup and it's black and white and absolutely bad quality. So if you are into mixed reality, don't go to PCVR. The display type, very interesting. And here the Quest has the worst display with LC display. That's of course the worst one. And the other, for example, the MeganeX has micro OLED. Also, the Bigscreen Beyond 2 has micro OLED. This is really good, nice colors, nice black levels. The Pimax has, for now, that it has QLED, but they will also have a module later with OLED. The resolution, also very interesting. The lowest resolution has the Quest. After that, the Bigscreen Beyond 2. Then the MeganeX, and the best resolution has the Pimax Crystal Super. Hertz, we have like Quest 120, MeganeX 90, Pimax Crystal Super 100, and the Bigscreen Beyond has 70, upscale to 90. The field of view, the values are completely individual. You cannot say this. What they say here, it's just what the developer or the manufacturers say. So I measured that. So here are the values. Very careful, guys. These are my personal field of view values, very personal. So you will have different ones. It depends on your eye and head shape. So as you can see, the biggest field of view for me is the Pimax Crystal Super with vertical field of view of 100 and horizontal 124. It's a really good big field of view. After that, the Bigscreen Beyond 2 with vertical 100 and horizontal 106. Then after that, the Quest 3. Oh wait, here's the Quest 3. Oh, there's the Quest 3 with a vertical field of view of 98 and horizontal field of view of 100. And then the lowest field of view is the MeganeX Superlight 8K with only 84 vertical and horizontal. That's very, very small. That's a huge problem for me. But you, as I said, you will have different values. That's very important. Yeah, that's the field of view. So there the Pimax Crystal Super is the best. Then the weight. So the lightest headset is the Bigscreen Beyond with only 107 grams. That's insane. Then the MeganeX with 185. After that, the Quest with 515 grams, but this is with head strap. And I know already the weight of the Pimax Crystal Super. It's including head strap, 881 grams. So yeah, you can see it already. The Pimax Crystal Super is the biggest and bulkiest one, of course. And yeah, that's interesting. So we have. Yeah, this is not so interesting here. The tracking method is also very interesting. So as I said, the Quest can track itself. Also, the Pimax Crystal Super can track itself. But the other two, the MeganeX and the Bigscreen Beyond 2, need base stations for tracking. External base stations that you need to mount on the wall. But then you have the best tracking. It's also available via a separate faceplate for Pimax Crystal Super. Yeah, that's here. Eye tracking is only integrated in the Pimax Crystal Super right now. The other, the MeganeX and the Quest don't have it, and the Bigscreen Beyond 2, you have to pay $200 extra to get the eye tracking model. No face tracking. Hand tracking is only for Quest or the Pimax Crystal Super with a separate module. The Quest has that already integrated. Yeah, the controllers, only the Quest and the Pimax come with controllers. And speakers also very interesting, because some people like me, I really want included sound. I don't want to use a cable or Bluetooth and then use my own headphone. I don't like it. So the Quest has integrated stereo speakers and also the Pimax Crystal Super has integrated speakers. That's very, very important for some people. Otherwise, you have to connect your own. Yeah, and of course the cable to the PC is DisplayPort with all the 3 PCVR headsets, DisplayPort 1.4 and USB. And the Quest can be connected wireless via Wi-Fi to your PC. Of course, there's a little bit of compression and artifacts if you have bad Wi-Fi, but it's the only one who can be connected wireless or also via USB Type-C cable. The Quest is also the only one who has Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth included. And it's also the only one who can run without PC with an Android system and a Qualcomm processor. Yeah. So guys, this is the comparison. We also have, here's the field of view, but as I said, it's very individual. And here we have the resolution. So the lowest resolution is the Quest. Then we have here the Bigscreen Beyond 2. Then the MeganeX Superlight 8K. And the highest resolution is the Pimax Crystal Super. So these are the values. And the blue values are best in place. So the price, of course, with the Quest is lowest price. Then we have here IPD ranges Bigscreen Beyond. The resolution is highest with Pimax Crystal Super, hertz with Quest, field of view with the Pimax. The weight is best with the Bigscreen Beyond. Yeah, and so on and so on. Yeah, so that's very interesting. But yeah, now let's talk about my personal opinion, and let's do let's see who should buy which of those 4 headsets. Okay guys, now who should buy which of those 4 headsets? So I must be honest, I cheated a little bit. This is of course the Bigscreen Beyond 1. I mean, you know, I've been in the Netherlands. I had a lot of time to try the Bigscreen Beyond 2, but it just didn't arrive here. So, but it's not a problem. It looks pretty similar than the Bigscreen Beyond 1. So I just put it here to compare it a little bit, okay? So let's begin. So if you are a beginner, if you want to start in VR, if you want to do a little bit of PCVR and so on, a little bit of standalone and so on, if you don't want to spend too much money, then definitely go for the Meta Quest 3. This is by far the cheapest and headset, but you can do everything with it. Mixed reality, virtual reality standalone, virtual reality PCVR. But of course not with the maximum technical specifications. That's for sure, yeah? It doesn't have the best display, it doesn't have the best resolution, but it can do everything. So if you are a beginner and you want to enter VR, this one. But for the PCVR enthusiasts that want more, that want to connect to a high-end PC, for example, then we have, for example, these 3 headsets here. So if you want a very light, the lightest PCVR headset, then go for the Bigscreen Beyond 2. It's only 107 grams, and that's insane. This is an optional audio strap. This comes additional. It's optional. Normally you get something like this here with the Beyond 2, but this is optional. You can also, but without that, with the standard strap, it's only 107 grams. That's insane. So with this one, you can play standing, seated, you can move around a lot, you can play hours and hours and hours with this headset because it's very light, you don't even feel it on your head, it's very comfortable. You can play all PCVR headsets with it, all. And also you have for this form factor, you have a pretty big field of view. That's insane. This is a really huge field of view look at the lenses, they are so small. But the reason is you have an individual 3D printed facial interface. It fits perfect on my head. So this is 3D scanned and 3D printed. You can still sell the headset later because it has adjustable IPD, the Bigscreen Beyond 2, with the screwdrivers, and then the next who buys the headset can print another of these facial interfaces, then he can use the headset. That's absolutely nice. So this is great. So the price for the headset, so you likely need 2 controllers, the index controllers and 2 base stations, and the price of the headset is around 1,369 euro for the headset and 617 euro for the base stations and the controller. So you're around 2,000 euro. I will put the prices in dollars also here and in the description so you can see the dollar prices. So yeah, around 2,000 euro. Then when you want a light headset, but with a very high resolution, this one is light and has pretty big field of view, but not so high resolution. But this one here is light and has a very high resolution as well. Micro OLED. The Bigscreen Beyond 2 has also micro OLED. Nice colors, nice black levels. This one as well, but it has a very high resolution. It's very light and very good quality of the display. That's awesome. But the problem here is, at least for me, I have a very low field of view. The lowest field of view of all the headsets in this room. And that's, for me personally, it's a problem. But you will have different values. These are my personal values. Perhaps you will have bigger field of view, but at least of those headsets here, this is the smallest one. But then you have a very high resolution and it's ultra light. It's hard to decide, I know. And the all-in-all price is 1,899 euro for the headset, plus 617 euro for the base stations and controllers. You can also go, you can also not use controllers and only one base stations if you like. When you, for example, only play seated and you have your HOTAS or racing wheel, then you only need one base station and no controllers. But if you want to play everything, you need 617 euro for 2 base stations and 2 controllers. I will also put the dollar prices here. So all in all, you are a little bit over 2,500 euro. So 500 more than the Bigscreen Beyond 2. This is this. So now, if you don't care about the weight, if you play like more seated, more only like simulations and so on, then I can definitely recommend the Pimax Crystal Super. This is at the same time a very high resolution, the highest resolution of all of those headsets, and at the same time a very, very big field of view. Yeah, the biggest one of those 4. I think also one of the biggest that's here. That's really great. So we have all these advantages, but of course it's heavier. It's 881 grams. It's heavier than all the other headsets. But you also have a modular design. That means you can upgrade to OLED later. You can remove the display unit and then put OLED there. So it's made for the future. That's cool. You can also upgrade to lighthouse tracking and then have full body tracking and so on. The same like with those. And that's really nice. This is the Pimax Crystal Super. So the price of that is including shipping and tax, 1,850 euro. I will put the dollar prices down below. And if you buy or pre-order until May 1st, 2025, you get free shipping. So this is very interesting, right? So again, so if you are a beginner that wants to play everything, then go for the Quest 3. If you want the lightest headset with a pretty big field of view, go for the Bigscreen Beyond 2. If you want a light headset and high resolution but a smaller field of view, go for the MeganeX. If you want high resolution and high field of view but heavier but still modular, then Pimax Crystal Super. So as you can see, it's not so easy to say this is the best headset on this planet. There is no best headset on this planet because everything has advantages and disadvantages. One could say, of course, yeah, the Quest 3 can do everything. It can do mixed reality. It can do virtual reality standalone. It can do virtual reality with PC. It can go wireless. It can go via cable. But it doesn't have the best technical specifications. But those have good technical specifications but cannot do like wireless or mixed reality or whatever. So everything has advantages and disadvantages. So this is why I definitely also recommend to watch all my reviews of those 4 headsets. I will put them in the description and first pinned comment so you can watch the reviews. This is much more detailed than this comparison, of course. And then when you decided which headset you buy, then please go via my links in the description. Then you can still save a little bit. For example, for the Quest you get $30 game credit. For the Pimax you get also some % off. And otherwise you can still support my channel, which is also very important, right? So now, if you have any more questions about those headsets, if you are still not sure what to buy, please write it in the comments below. I will read all the comments and try to answer as good as possible, of course. So I hope you liked the video. If yes, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and see you next time in virtual reality. See ya!
VoodooDE